Well, hello again, and cheers. Yes, ice cubes and whiskey. It's Bushmill, so needs a little cut. Trying to say the good stuff for when it really gets bad. Um, anyways, much better movie than it was yesterday. Um, although still, it's like every other day here. It's just an absolute insanity, and every time you think it can get worse, something happens, or you get a high spot, you get a low spot. Had some good emails today, which is great. Some things are going along, but then you get another crazy thing on the news, and knocks the wind out of your sails again. California just announced that they're putting basically the entire state on lockdown, or shelter in place, like stay at home, uh, which is insane. Which means nothing has happened in California. Um, Currently, the mayor or so the Governor Oregon has said we're not doing that, and I hope that's still the case, but that could change at any given point. Um, I did make it out of the house today. Had to run an errand over at Target this morning, and it's a ghost town. I mean, this town is really a ghost town. I didn't go downtown. I kind of went out the west side a little bit, but just the roads are quiet. There's nobody out. Target was pretty dead, shockingly. Although it's picked bare. I think there was like 4 rolls of paper towels in that store. I wasn't going for paper towels, but yeah, it's like completely barren. There were signs up everywhere saying they're rationing things. You can only buy like X amount of certain products. Like you could buy 2 gallons of milk, whatever. 4 things of dry goods. How many cans of soup, kind of thing. So yeah, people are still going batshit nuts. Although from looking at the news, I can't blame them. I to see that they're talking. Governor California thinks there could be half the state infected in 8 weeks. That's 20 million people. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, and then you're here now, like possibly 18 months before this is over with. Although I think it's going to turn into that thing where it's just going to. I'm hoping that after another month of this shit, it's going to kind of be like a shitty flu bug going around. Not quite as bad as what it is right now. But yeah, it's just absolute batshit nuts pandemonium. I read through some comments and thanks guys for posting stuff on the last couple of days. Got some good TV movie recommendations and such, and then a few people tell me about how things are going in their world. The thing that cracks me up with all this is by the time you read something or write something, or in my case tape something, by the time you get it online, it's pretty much out of date. Uh, like everything, it's like like fun thing is actually looking at Facebook comments from a week ago is hilarious, especially from everybody who's saying like it's nothing, it'll go away, and like I had one friend of mine who's actually a doctor had posted a comment about how like this is all just a bunch of BS and just basically taking that crazy kook party line that people were taking a few weeks ago, and the next reply was, "You ever feel like you read something that's going to age really poorly?" And that was that comment. Um, yeah, it's nuts. But the movie thing though, I have a recommendation for you guys if you haven't watched it before on Hulu. Is Preacher off AMC. Really good show. I don't know why I didn't watch it all. I think when the show came on, it was just like, just didn't seem like it was interesting to me. Kind of weird DC comic TV show thing. I'm like, just can't be bothered. It's fantastic. I mean, really, really good. I'm almost on the season 2. It's been good time waster for when I'm sitting on the couch doing f all day long. Um, ooh, man, Bushmills. Woo. I said I'm trying to say the good stuff. Trying to save the beer. Um, Also today, one of the reasons I went to Target, all by scattered, was I was gonna make some beans. Last night I threw some beans and I bought this giant thing of red beans. Threw them in the fridge in some water, let them soak overnight. And there's like a few recipes like beans and rice recipes. I'm like, well, I got most of this kind of stuff. We'll just kind of throw stuff in there and pretend like I'm a good chef. I do okay sometimes. um, this was not one of my better experiments, but I measured them out dry and then put them in water, and so I ended up with like this gigantic pot of weird quasi chili slash like spaghetti sauce. Yeah, I had to get onion and stuff from the store. Like I got one of the last onions at Target. I mean, literally, it was bare. Um, had some vegan sausage, which I found was actually really, really good. Threw that in there. Some stewed tomatoes, some tomato paste, all these beans, as much spice as I could, possibly throw in there. Some, a little bit of garlic what I had left over, and that's been cooking all day long. I won't say it's good, but I won't say it's bad either. And I have a lot of it. I was there with a friend of mine that was kind of like making pasta sauce, and I'll throw it on, and I don't have any rice here, so I'll just throw it into pasta. Not a good idea. I think I might try quinoa tomorrow, or see if I can find some fucking rice somewhere. I think I might have a little bit in the cupboard, but everybody's like hoarding every bit of like dry goods, so like trying to find anything is just a joke right now. And I really don't need to buy food. I realized after like stocking my fridge, that like I am well stocked. I've got plenty of stuff in the freezer. I that giant pot. I took everything, put them in like filled little small Ziploc bags, like 2 portion sizes. Those are in the freezer, so I can just basically like cut the bag apart, throw it in the microwave, defrost it, heat it up, and I've got a couple days worth of meals. But I need something to put it on because yeah, it's a bit weird. I think next time I'm gonna actually try following a recipe as opposed to just like winging it. I guess that's kind of what it today. I just it's been I'm on the same boat as all you guys. It's just a weird day, talking to friends about things, and you get a lot of the I'll say something, they'll say, oh, I feel bad for you, whatever. I'm like, we're all in the same boat, like I'll complain about work, but then all the rest of my friends are in the same boat. So it's a really weird spot to be in. I had a long chat with a friend of mine today. It's a photographer and a model, and we were kind of texting last night, and she's having a bit of a freak out moment. I said, like, look, let's talk tomorrow because it was late, and so call me in the morning, whatever, it's like, let's have a proper chat. And I having to, our schedules got a little messed up, so I talked to her after I got back from Target. But I had like a good hour long chat, and at that point, like, she had kind of calmed down, and but we were just kind of going over like just the insanity of all this stuff, and looking at like the long term impact of things, and she's got things to worry about, like she's got like like a therapy appointment that she's got to drive to on Thursday. She's like, or next Tuesday, next Thursday, and she's like, I don't know if I can go. It might be all like just phone calls and online interviews now, and it's really interesting seeing like the effect, like all these little like side effects you don't really think about of that happen when you're stuck in your house, or you can't go to stores. I mean, it's just there's so many like little weird, like, oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that, and I'm kind of curious, like that looking at like the not the shelter in place, but there's kind of like some various levels of what the state governments can do, and some of them are kind of like, oh, we want to stay home, and I'm like, no, you're staying home. What do you do if you have dogs? Like, you can't, like, if you're in an apartment, like, you can't keep a dog in a fucking apartment. Like, there's, and people are like, well, what's considered essential? I guess is a good question. Like I'm thinking about heading downtown tomorrow, go walk around, get my GH5 out, do some filming, just to kind of see what's going on, and I'll be good boy, I'll be safe, and I'll stay far away from people. I honestly wasn't really that paranoid until like went to Target today, and it occurred to me that I'm walking around like, wow, like what am I touching with my hands? I've had my sleeves, my jacket kind of wrapped around my hands on the bar of the cart and stuff like that, and now I'm kind of being like, I should probably be paranoid about this, as opposed to just being responsible. Because I'm hiding at my house. I'm being responsible. I'm avoiding people, and that's not just me being antisocial. I'm just avoiding people for the sake of not spreading a virus. But yeah, I'm gonna go head out tomorrow and go poke around. I'll try to get you guys some footage of what's going on here. I'm always interested in hearing what you guys have going on, and how things are where you're at. Somebody chimed in from Vancouver on the last video, and if a few people chime in from the UK and stuff. Um, yeah. I did one thing that I think is kind of cool. So I've been doing these like Instagram like live stories or like live videos a couple times the last few days, and I think we did a lot more as well. One of my friends who's had a pretty rough time, had commented that that's just what she needed, and then she posted on Facebook on her page. It was that like how much it sort of gave her a sense of community to have even just hearing a friend talk for a few minutes. I think it's kind of a cool thing. It's not like a really like big interaction. I only had like seven. Like there's like max 8 people at one point follow me, and like a couple people were commenting. But I think I do more of those. I think it's kind of a cool thing if you guys do that kind of stuff. Just to have some sort of sense of community, because I think right now it's a kind of scary lack of that. I think we're all pulling together in a lot of ways to make all this shit happen and try to keep things rolling, but not having somebody to talk to is kind of rough. I'm doing videos here, but there's nobody on the other side of it right now while I'm filming. When you guys are watching the story. And I think it's an important thing to do, just for your mental health and just to keep in contact with your friends and your family and random people online. It's good to have that moment of solidarity on things. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing that one. If you guys are on IG, it's at Jeff Diffner. If you want to follow me, and I'll probably do that like every other day or something like that. Maybe that's kind of a morning coffee thing or whatever. And if you guys do not, let me know. I think it's kind of a cool, fun thing doing that, and I'm trying to be more conscious of watching those. Like my friends who are posting, like doing like Facebook Live things and doing shows. I'm trying to like make sure I watch those. That's just a show of support and letting them know I'm thinking about them. Because we're all at that weird spot of sitting at home alone or sitting at home with other person. If you guys have else home, awesome. I currently don't, which sucks, but is what it is. Whew, bush smells. I really wish I had some Jameson. Oh well. Okay. I shall catch you guys. I don't know, tomorrow or Saturday or something like that. But stay safe and I don't know, keep your doors shut. Stay inside. Don't cough. Don't get coughed on. And catch you guys later.